Good morning, friends. So I am getting over a horrible cold. I've had it for like 2 weeks. So I'm home today and I thought to cheer me up, I would do another Valentine DIY. So that's what we're doing today. I have all of my supplies laid out on my table here and I'm going to go over everything that you're going to need to do this project. So I wanted to do one more Valentine DIY and I had a lot of extra Valentine supplies left over from previous years and this past year's DIYs. So I kind of just grabbed everything that I thought I might use. Not sure if I'm going to use it all or not, but I know a few pieces I definitely will use. So let's go over those. Okay, so this is actually going to be a Valentine topiary and I'm going to be using 2 of these garden dishes from the floral garden section at the Dollar Tree. I have 2 of them. I'm also going to be using a pack of these glass dessert glasses. Now, one of them broke, but I'm only going to need 2 of them for this project, so we will be using those. I've been trying to figure out something that I wanted to do with this little decorative mirror that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I thought that this would be a really cute base for this project. I was thinking about painting it, but I actually kind of like that distressed gold look, so I think I'm just going to keep it as is. Then I have a pack of 8 of these storage containers. I use these as feet on a lot of my different projects, so we'll be using some of those. I picked up the little faux butterflies, and this is a 2-pack from Floral Garden section at Dollar Tree. So we'll use at least one of those. This is a pack of the moss. I've used this in a different project in the past, but I took that project apart and put it in a Ziploc baggie. But this is just the moss that you can get from Dollar Tree. I think this is like 2 or 3 packets actually combined into one. So I'm going to use that. I also have a couple packets of these wood stems, and I did use these wood stems in the last DIY that I did, so I'll probably try to finish up some of those. Also, this ivy twine or ivy wired ivy, I guess is what it's called. I'm going to try to use some of that. This, I was trying to think of where I got this. I think I got this at the Target dollar spot last year. However, I did find like the exact same thing on Amazon, so I will link that in the description below. Also, I have a few of these succulent clips from Dollar Tree. I actually bought these last year as well, and they've just been sitting in my supply bin downstairs. So I might try to incorporate a couple of those. I have 3 different ones. Not sure if I will use all of them or not, but I brought them up anyhow. A couple of round foam, floral foams. We'll probably use a couple of those. Then I have some random Valentine stuff. I have this metal pack of Love XOXO and Valentine wording. I love these little metal signs or metal wording pieces that come from Dollar Tree. They've had them every season. So I did buy one for Valentine's Day. I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to try to use it in this project. I have a pack of 2 just kitchen spoons. Again, I grabbed these, not sure if I'm going to end up using them or not, but I might. So I brought them up. Then I have these table scattered hearts in pink and red. I don't know how much red I have. I think I have 1 red left in there, but I'm going to use a couple of those. Those are those double-sided glittered table scatter hearts. I have just a handful of Valentine floral. Now I picked the smaller roses. These all came from Dollar Tree. They are just cut down because I used them in a previous arrangement that I made, but they're just all the little Dollar Tree picks cut into small pieces. So I have pink, red, and white. Then I have some of these little hearts that came from Dollar Tree. I have them in pink and red and some more flowers, just random. So let's see what we can put together with these supplies. All right, so I have a little bit of glare coming through my front window this morning because the sun is so bright. I'm not complaining. It's just, it might be messing up my lighting slightly here today. So we'll do the best that we can. I'm going to take these 2 little plastic garden dishes. I'm going to wash them out. I'm going to get the stickers off of them. Sometimes these stickers come off nicely and sometimes they don't. It looks like these ones might come off okay. So yeah, I'm just going to pull the stickers off, front and back and give them a good washing so that they're nice and clean. So we're gonna do a 2-tiered section of this topiary, and this is gonna be kind of like the base, but I wanna put some feet on the bottom just to rise it up a little bit so that when you set it on your table, it's not sitting flat on the table, it's sitting up just a little bit. So I'm flipping it over. I'm using 4 of these little containers. These are those little dollar store storage containers right there. They come in a pack of 8. I'm going to use 4, and I'm also going to keep the caps on them. I have taken the caps off previously to use them upside down as feet, but I am actually going to keep the caps on only because it makes it a little bit easier to put glue on this portion rather than to try to put glue just around the edge right there. So I'm just going to clip those tops back on. They're pretty sturdy, and I'm going to be using hot glue. You can use E6000 if you want this to be more permanent, but if you know me, you know I like to take things apart and reuse them. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on the cap portion, and then we're going to take that and set that right down into the corners underneath. Now on this particular one, there's like these 4 little pointy parts. I'm going to use those as a guide to where I'm going to put the feet for this topiary. So just glue all 4 of them down. Okay, so there's the 4 little feet glued on. Now you can see it sits up nicely, and it's not like, it just looks nicer. Okay, now we're going to take one of our little bowls that we have here, and we're going to hot glue that right down to the center of this circular mirror part. So I'm going to just flip this over, put some hot glue right along the edge of the bottom of this bowl. I need to get a new hot glue gun. I've been meaning to do it every time I go to either Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabric, someplace that I have a coupon. But I'm going to put a little hot glue, and then I'm going to just line that up right in the center of that mirror and just push it right down in place. Now this would actually be a really cute idea for, we're doing it for Valentine's Day, but it would be really cute. You could actually change this from a Valentine's Day topiary to a St. Patty's Day topiary, just by changing out like the color of the hearts and stuff that we're gonna do. Okay, so here's our first little part right here. This actually looks cute just as it is. You could actually fill this up with some moss and some greenery, and you could do like a little terrarium type thing, but I'm actually going to go up another layer, and so that is what I am using, these little glass dessert cups, I guess is what they are. You get a pack of 3 from the Dollar Tree for $1. I'm going to glue one upside down in the center of my bowl right there, and again, if you want this more permanent, definitely use E6000 because this will, that will stay or hold better on glass, but I like to take things apart. So I'm putting a little glue right along the top edge, and then I'm going to stick that right down on the center of my bowl on the inside, and this is going to create kind of like a little tower for our second bowl to sit on. Now I'm going to take some more hot glue and go around this top ring. And then I'm going to take my second little cup, and upright, I'm going to just line that up and sit that right in the hot glue. Okay. So this is what it looks like so far. All right, then lastly, we're going to set our second bowl on the top of that little glass. So it creates this 2-tiered kind of topiary base. So another strip of hot glue on this top ring. And then set our bowl right down on top of that. All right, so there we have our little base for our topiary. All right, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna take these little floral foam pieces and I'm gonna glue one to the top center of this top bowl, and then I'm gonna cut the second one in half and glue that half on one side, half on the other side. Now I think I'm going to take some of this ivy, this wired ivy, and I'm gonna go around the inside of the bowls with this, just to cover up some of the floral foam. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna maybe use half of it. Okay, so I've been playing around with these little wood stem pieces, and I decided to just do like a layer of them in a circle, kind of on top of the greenery, both on the top and the bottom. I don't know if you can see there, just to kind of create a little bit more layer before I put the moss on, because I'm going to start to layer up this moss on top of it, but I wanted a little bit of that kind of like woodsy look mixed in. So that's what I did with these. You could actually stack them upright like this if you wanted to also, all the way around. That might be a cute look. But like I said, I'm just playing around with this and we'll see how it turns out. All right, so we're gonna take our moss and I'm gonna just layer our moss on top of our little wood stems. Just like that. So on the side, you'll be able to see the wood stems, but from the top, they're going to be covered. Okay, so I have all of my moss covering the little wood stems. I did leave the center kind of accessible so that I can stick things in the floral foam in there. So I'm going to just set this aside because now I actually want to use one of these little metal signs to kind of go in the top of my little topiary arrangement. So I think I'm going to use the love one because it's small, it's not too big. So there it is right there. It says love. I'm going to use that one. But there's also the XOXO, and then there's one that says Valentine, which the Valentine is really cute, but it's big, and I think it's just too big for this project. And I was thinking that I could use one of these spoons upside down and stick the spoon down into the floral foam and use it as like a stand for a little metal sign. Okay, so I'm going to hot glue this little love to the top of my spoon, right on the handle of my spoon. And I'll find a good spot where the love can sit. Just like that. Now I have a cute little sign that I can stick right down into the top of my topiary. So I'm actually gonna stick it right down in there, just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with some of my little floral pieces, and I'm going to just kind of arrange them how I like down into that floral foam. I don't want them to stick up too high, but I do want a little bit of height. So I'm just going to play around with them, see what I come up with. And then I was thinking of taking a couple of these little succulents and kind of maybe, I'm not going to take them off of the little pick. I'm just going to set them kind of down in the arrangement and then put kind of flowers kind of around it. floral kind of arranged how I like it within my topiary, and I'm already really loving this. I think this is super, super cute. What I'm gonna do next is I have this pink butterfly in, I think they are on these little metal picks. If I remember correctly, they are. So I'm gonna use this little pink butterfly. Again, it's got like a little metal pick at the bottom, and we're just gonna kind of stick that right down in to our foam. I want it to cover the love, but I kind of just want to set it there in the front. And I decided to only use one of the succulents because they're pretty substantial, and I thought it just looked too bulky down at the bottom. I want to keep it just simple and kind of just classic and pretty. So I do want to add a few little hearts to this arrangement as well. All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of floral wire. It's just some that I've had on hand. It's a nice spool. You can get this on Amazon. I will link this in the description below. I'm just gonna cut maybe like a 4 or 5 inch piece of the wire. You don't need very much. And then I'm gonna take a couple of these little foam hearts. I'm actually gonna use 2 per pick. So I'm gonna take my little foam heart. I'm going to put a little dot of hot glue on the center of the foam heart. I'm going to take my little piece of wire that I have here, and I'm going to set it down in that hot glue, just like that. And then I'm going to take my second heart and kind of sandwich that wire in between. So now we can take this little wire and we can stick this right down in to our arrangement. So we have these cute little hearts kind of just poking out. So I'm going to do a few of those. So I decided to put it here on my dining room table in my front room, and I put it on one of these. It's a really, really nice, I think it's a wall hanging, but I found it at a thrift store and I've been using it a lot lately. I just love that kind of brushed gold look, and I think it works really well with the brushed gold color at the base of our little topiary. I stuck a couple of candles here. These are just the $3 Dollar Spot candles, and then these really pretty vases. I believe I got these at Yankee Candle. Yeah, these are Yankee Candle. I got them quite a few years ago. I did splurge on these a little bit, but I use them all the time in just about all of my seasonal decor, and I just think they look so cute right there with that cute little topiary. It's exactly what I wanted. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, turn on that little notifications bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again very soon. Take care.